Hey everybody, and welcome to Retro Gamer Ranting. This is Twitch, and you're probably looking at this and wondering, why are you looking at Call of Duty Black Ops, an Epic Mickey, and a Dreamcast controller? Well, if you all listened to my last show, maybe one or two or three of you, you'll know that during Christmas I ended up getting a few things that gamers do desire on Christmas. One of them was Call of Duty Black Ops. The other one was a Dreamcast, represented by the Dreamcast controller, because I'm too lazy to unhook the whole system. And of course, Epic Mickey Collector's Edition, which I unboxed in an earlier video, which a lot of people seem to like. A lot of people like 10 or 20, maybe, if I'm lucky. So, hey, you know. Also, if you listened to that show, you might have heard me say I had another Christmas coming. And that was going out of state, or out of town, I suppose, to see some of my wife's side of the family relatives to do Christmas. And two wonderful things happened. I got a bunch more games, classic games for the most part, and I found a wonderful place called Disc Traders. And that was a plethora of awesomeness, if I do say so. If you've never been to a store like that, which you probably haven't because I've never heard of it before, it's a place where you go in to trade in old movies, old music, and video games, and there's just tons of just that. I mean, every system you can think of, there's at least accessories and video games for. You can buy consoles there, controllers, memory cards. You can buy games for the Game Boy Advance, the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, the Sega CD, the Dreamcast, the Sega Saturn, although not as much for the Sega Saturn Dreamcast, but yeah, enough. And of course, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox, Xbox 360, Wii, GameCube. Oh my god, the list goes on and on. And it has such a good selection. You were able to get Super Mario Bros. 3 from Nintendo for $2.99. Yeah, I know. So I went crazy in it. I mean, I didn't go entirely crazy because I'm not rich and I have to cut myself off somewhere. And luckily, my relatives went there to shop for me for Christmas as well. So they went a little crazy there too. So I'm going to show you the final tally so far of the holiday right here. Right off the bat, I'm going to take this away. I've already showed you Epic Mickey. I've already showed you an unboxing, and I'll probably get to review eventually. So you know what, Epic Mickey, you're kind of taking up too much room, and I'm going to move you over here for now. And I'm going to put something else up in your place. One of the first presents that I got for Christmas, and one of the newer ones. That one is Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Now you can't tell me that's not. I'd be loving my Spider-Man. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. Who doesn't? And when I heard that the game didn't suck, I put that on my Christmas list, and they listened. So I haven't played much. I've went through a few levels, and there will probably be some issues with it, I'm sure, but it's a great Spider-Man game. So far, at least. So I'm really excited to dive into that as my friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Plus, it's narrated by Stan Lee. I mean, the demigod of comic books. So how can you go wrong with that? And also, it has one of my favorite Spider-Man ever in there, Spider-Man 2099. I loved those comic books. I wish they were still around. So really cool. So that was one present, and let me get this one right out there. Right off the bat, another present I got for my Game Boy Advance. One that will blow all of your minds because of its sheer awesomeness. Here it comes. Herbie, fully loaded for the Game Boy Advance. Oh, yeah. Now, if this has Lindsay Lohan throwing open the door and throwing up on the side of the road, this could be the most awesome Game Boy Advance game ever. I know. I am definitely going to have to review this for you guys. And I'm not really sure why they got that for me. But obviously, it is out of sheer love that they did. I'm just going to leave that there for a second and let you guys take that in, that there is a Herbie fully loaded game out there. And I'm sure you'll all be scouring eBay and Amazon.com to see if you can find your copy. But who knows? I'm sure they're rare to come by, so that's going to be worth money someday. So let's move on to awesome Game Boy Advance games that are worth playing. We got this one right here. Boom! Lego Star Wars for the Game Boy Advance. So I was kind of surprised by that one. I'm just like, okay, cool, Lego Star Wars. Game Boy Advance. I like that game. I had it actually on the my computer, both Lego Star Wars 1 and 2. And let's just do this. No, don't cover me up. Don't cover. Oh, sorry, Lindsay. Maybe next time. And other presents I ended up getting. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions ain't going to be the only game where I can swing around as my friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. They also got me Spider-Man 2 for the Xbox. Although one of the games that a lot of people consider was the last good Spider-Man game. Why not, right? I'll buy that. I'll buy that was the last good Spider-Man game. Let's move that out a little more so people can see what's back there. So hey, I have double the Spider-Man, double the fun going on. And if that wasn't enough superhero for all of us, along with Spider-Man 2, for the GameCube, I got a game I only heard a little about, but I'm curious to find out a little more. Batman. Now, it may not be Arkham Asylum, but who knows? Like I said, I don't know much about it. I haven't even gotten around to playing it yet, so I have so many other things I've been tampering with. Now, one of the few Super Mario games I actually didn't play. I know, me being a huge Super Mario fan. Boom. Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. I know. How could I have missed that one? Well, now I'm not going to, because now I have it. Super Mario Sunshine. Got that for Christmas. I'm definitely, finally, my repertoire is complete. I can officially say I have played every Super Mario platformer game there is. So let's dive into some other deep classics. I got this for Christmas. This was way out of left field. I wasn't expecting this. This one is quite curious for me. This one is the awesome Final Fantasy for the Nintendo. Now, I'm not really always one to get into role-playing games, but I do respect the Final Fantasy series, and just the sheer fact that I own it now as a classic game collector thrills me beyond belief, and I know how hard that game is. And as soon as I'm able to get my old Nintendo back up and running, I'm going to try my darndest to beat this game, which could take a while. But if that wasn't enough RPG for you, another really sweet little game right here, Secret of Mana for the Super Nintendo. Also by Squaresoft. Anything Squaresoft touches is pretty much gold. And I've played only a little bit of Secret of Mana. It's not like turn-based, I don't think. I think it's more real-time. But sweet graphics, and I'm sure there's an awesome story behind it that probably makes absolutely no sense. So we'll go from there. And so there it is. That is what I got for Christmas, game-wise. And now I'm going to get to what I ended up buying while I was at that really sweet disc trader's place. Like I said, I didn't go entirely nuts because, again, I was on a bit of a budget, but I did go nuts enough. I ended up buying another Xbox game, Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Now, here we go. I'll stick that right there. Yes, there you go, Dark Legacy. Boom. Yeah. Oh, you're covering up the... Let's move you over a little. You're covering up my Dreamcast controller, Dark Legacy, and I don't like that very much. There we go. How's that? Yeah. Oh, you can still see it. Me and my cousin, Captain Switch, he and I used to play Gauntlet all the time on his PlayStation stuff. Now, this isn't the Gauntlet that we played. We played Gauntlet Legends. I couldn't find that one there. Sad for me, But this was a nice consolation prize. It was Gauntlet Dark Legacy, and I am going to invite him over this week, and we're going to play it. And I also found, for the Super Nintendo, the wonderful, stupendous Super Street Fighter 2. One of the best fighting games on the Super NES, and one of the best Capcom fighting games on the Super NES. Wasn't the last Street Fighter game on the Super Nintendo. That one was Street Fighter Alpha 2, which I didn't see there. Otherwise, I would have snagged that as well. But I definitely wanted to grab that, so if I ever have like a fighting game party, that would definitely be on there. This one right here isn't technically mine. I got it from my friend B-Dog, who loves Dr. Mario and does not own Dr. Mario for his portable Game Boy, and so I had to grab that for him right there. And if he doesn't want it, hell, I'll take it. I love Dr. Mario. And this one I was thrilled to death to find was Super Mario Land 2. The awesomeness. Ho, ho, ho. You can't beat Super Mario Land 2. One of the most underrated Mario games ever created. No one ever talks about it. And it was awesome. It was right up there with Super Mario World. I would say, even graphically wise, it was. And unfortunately, it brought on the Wario to the world, which I'm not a huge Wario fan. Yes, you can leave a nasty comment. Oh, Wario's awesome! Ha ha! I don't care. I think Wario is kind of a lame character. So, yeah. And this one, I finally found a decent game for my Sega Dreamcast. Boom. Soul Calibur. Now, I was kind of disappointed because there was another game there, and I'm going to put this here, and it can cover up the Dreamcast because it is a Dreamcast game. So it can cover up the Dreamcast controller. And Soul Calibur, I've always been a big fan of Soul Calibur series. Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube is still one of my most favorite games, fighting games on there, and one of the best looking, so I had to grab it. Up to this point, the only thing I had for my Dreamcast was nothing but sports titles, so it's good to finally have a decent fighting game, a decent game. And unfortunately, Street Fighter 3 was like $30 there, and I wasn't about to dish out $30 for Street Fighter 3 Third Impact, which I really wanted that game for the Dreamcast. But Soul Calibur for $3.99 was a great consolation prize. And finally, last and definitely not least, I finally own it. I played it a bunch of times. I've never owned it. Here we go, folks. Super Mario 64 for my 64. Yes. I was playing that today, and God, it brought back so many memories, and I'm glad to finally have it part of my collection. And so, yeah, I say that's a pretty good haul for the holidays. Again, mostly presents, but, you know, I honestly wish that this Disc Trader's place was close by. Like right now, it's literally about, I don't know, 8 hours away from me. That would be quite a drive for it. But, you know, I have a consolation prize. There is a Play and Trade nearby, which is about an hour and a half drive away from me. That's pretty decent. Not as big of a collection as the Disc Traders that I was just at, but still has a really decent supply. So I can always go there if I ever get a hitch. But hey, there it is. There is my loot. There is my holiday haul, if you must say. And leave me some comments. Tell me what you think. I'd have to say that's a pretty good holiday, Christmas, whatever you want to call it. And you know what the really cool thing is? I still have my birthday. I know, right? So, yeah. Tell me what you think about all the games I got. Tell me which one of these games you think was the best out of all of them that I got for my holiday haul, I suppose you can call it. And just generally leave a comment. Subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. This is Twitch, folks. Until next time, game fans, keep playing.